Hi guys, welcome to Full Time Devils. I'm Adam McCullough. We're outside the John Smith Stadium in Huddersfield. Or is it the Kurt Lees Stadium or something? I don't know what it's really called, but John Smith sponsored this bloody stadium. And we're here outside. It's just started to rain. The Manchester United team bus has arrived, despite the fact it was apparently caught in traffic before the game, but it has managed to get here. So no sort of dramas like the ones we witnessed at Tottenham and West Ham last season. So yeah, United are here, we're here, and we've got the team news which has been coming through. By the way, guys, today we've been standing here. You'll check it out on Snapchat and Instagram. All these guys, yeah, this is literally cleared out. There was about, I think the whole of the Huddersfield Stadium was stood outside here, waiting for the United team bus to arrive with their phones out so they could boo. Does that make sense to anybody? Because I really don't understand. Right, the team news apparently is this. David De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Jones, Young, Matic, Herrera, Lingard, Mata, Martial and Romelu Lukaku. That is apparently Manchester United's starting 11 for today's game against Huddersfield away from home. We're getting used to these 3 o'clock kickoffs now, aren't we? I love these Saturday 3 o'clock kickoffs, and it's important for United today to get a result, because when we look around, we've got big teams playing tomorrow. We've got Chelsea who are drawing at the moment, and we've got this run of, I say a run of form this week where a lot of people have been criticising the performances of Manchester United. But when you actually look at it, we drew at Anfield and we won away from home. So it's not that bad. But I think today it does call for a performance. And I like to see that. So it's good to see him being dropped to the bench in place of Lingard today. Martial starts, so we're not risking Marcus Rashford. Marcus Rashford, who picked up an injury, we're not risking him today. On the bench, we've got Romero, Blind, Darmian, Lingard. Yes, Sam. We got Romero, Blind, Darmian, Lindelof, McTominay, Mkhitaryan and Marcus Rashford. McTominay, who signed a new contract yesterday, so congratulations to him, and I think his new contract keeps him at Old Trafford until 2021 with the option to extend for a further year. Now, you know what, with McTominay, I've never looked at him like I've looked at Pogba in the past when he was in the under-23s or the reserves, when I've looked at Andreas Pereira, Twanzebe, Fosu Mensah, and I think those guys will one day play for the first team. I've never thought that about Scott McTominay, but to be fair to him, whenever he's called upon, he does a decent job. Whenever he plays, whenever he plays, he does something useful. And I think fair play to him. You know, he could come through and surprise us all and be someone that is a part of this first team squad for the foreseeable future. And if that happens, fair play to him. As you can see, someone there trying to see what's going on. The team news again, David De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Jones and Young. So we got a back four. Matic and Herrera again. Lingard, Mata, Martial and Romelu Lukaku. Can McTominay be the new Ji-Sung Park or Darren Fletcher? No. Maybe Fletcher, but Ji-Sung Park is nothing like Ji-Sung Park. Hasn't got the energy of a Ji-Sung Park. Recall him now, says somebody, in terms of Andreas Pereira. And a few more comments coming through as well. Keep your comments coming through. I will read as many as possible out. We've got quite a lot of Huddersfield fans just walking around and being a little bit odd, I suppose. Happens, innit? We're in Huddersfield. But yeah, these lot haven't been on the greatest of form recently. They haven't scored since September. They started the league season fantastically well with 7 points out of 9, beating Crystal Palace on the opening day. They even picked up a point at St Mary's, which wasn't bad. But since then, they haven't been doing very, very well at all. They've dropped points. They've dropped a lot of points. They haven't scored since September, like I said, and they've been getting battered left, right and centre. Last week, they lost at Swansea 2-0. And Swansea are a team that you wouldn't expect to comfortably beat anyone. So when you look at Huddersfield, this is a side that we should be beating. But when they're here at their own stadium with their fans behind them, which is the biggest game, probably Whiteside going in. But in regards to Dennis Law, Bobby Charlton, the last time United played away to Huddersfield, those two were on the score sheet with George Best as well, who's unfortunately no longer with us. But it shows you the time that has changed. And it must be mad for Sir Bobby Charlton to be travelling to Huddersfield today with the team and to be thinking, last time we played these, I was playing, like, that's crazy. But hopefully it's a similar result today, and hopefully after the game I'm going to try and find Dennis Law or Big Norman Whiteside to have a word with them about the game and about how they're doing, because they are without doubt legends, and now I know they're here, I think we've got to do our best to try and speak to them. So make sure you tweet Norman Whiteside. Make sure you tweet him and say, Norm, speak to Man United. Sorry, not Man United. Speak to Full Time Devils. speak to Full-Time Devils. So make sure you tweet at Norman Whiteside and say, go and speak to Full-Time Devils. Or I've tagged him in a picture, reply to that picture and say, Big Norm, go and do a fan cam for us, will ya? And I'm sure he'll feel obliged to come and do one. So my prediction for today, my score prediction for today, 2-0 to I'm going to go 3-0 to Manchester United. The team news again for you guys that missed it: David De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Jones, Young, Matic, Herrera, Lingard, Mata, Martial and Romelu Lukaku. Keep your predictions coming in, and I'll say the team news again for you: De Gea, Valencia, Smalling, Jones, Young. Excuse me, got a little bit of wind there. Matic, Herrera, Lingard, Mata, Martial and Romelu Lukaku. I promise I'm not going to be sick on you. Michael wants to be entertained. 1 second, guys. Doesn't look like it. What the fuck? Let me tweet that. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. 1 second. I just got to do something. I scheduled a tweet to go out with the link, and it didn't go out. So, technology for you. Miss Huzzy thinks it's going to be 5-0. Blue Plays Games thinks it's going to be 4-1. Tom says vote Labour. Pranav says 4-0. Rockets fan says 6-0. Kevin says 4-0. It's Mitchell from Mozambique. Shout out Mitchell from Mozambique, or Michael. Sorry if I said your name wrong. Hope Lingard has a great game today. Governor Bandicoot, who has been on a fan cam before as well. I hope so too, mate. And thank you for commenting and watching. Which will we play better without? Watch we will play better without Mickey, says Anthony Martial. I don't think you can criticise Mkhitaryan too much. He has been poor recently. But this guy, what a legend. But you can't criticise Mkhitaryan much. But I think it was right for him to not play today, and I think it was right for him to be rotated or changed or dropped or rested, whatever.